Hey man, do you have a dad bod that you want to get rid of? Then stick around and I'll show you how in this video. What's up man? Gary Walker here with liveanabolic.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get rid of your dad bod, all right? I'm going to give you 3 tips to focus on, and then I'm actually going to give you a workout that you can do that's going to help speed things up, all right? Tip number 1, make this a priority, but your nutrition has to be on point. You need to make sure you're eating good foods. You need to make sure you're in a caloric deficit, all right, to eliminate that body fat. That typically is what happens as you get older. Metabolism slower, your hormones are lower as compared to your 20s and 30s. So we're gonna focus on optimizing both of those, all right? First thing you wanna do, combine intermittent fasting and carb cycling. Those are very powerful independently. So when you put them together and work them simultaneously, you are gonna get tremendous benefits, extremely rapid. So basically on a intermittent fasting, one of the simplest things you can do is stick to a 16-8 fasting schedule. All that means is you're eating your last meal at 8 o'clock at night. Don't snack at night and don't eat breakfast. Your first meal of the day will be 12 o'clock the next day. That's gonna give you a 16-hour fast every day. Once 12 o'clock hits, eat your meal, okay? 3 o'clock, have a second meal. 7 o'clock, have your third meal, 7 or 8. So you're getting your good 3 meals. If you are somebody that needs to get more food in, then you can still get 4 meals in within that same feeding window. Just eat every 2.5 hours. So that's the key with the intermittent fasting. Now the carb cycling part of it. The days you're gonna be working out, you wanna eat complex carbs with your lean protein and essential fats. On off days from the gym, off days from resistance training, all your carb sources should come from fibrous carbs, cruciferous veggies, broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, all of those good carbohydrates that are full of fiber. That's where all your carbs are gonna come from, along with your lean protein and again, essential fats. All right, so that's the first thing you're gonna do. Next thing you really wanna focus on to eliminate that dad bod is make sure you're doing the right type of cardio. We're talking anabolic cardio, high intensity interval training, metabolic circuits, the type that's gonna give you the afterburn effect. So you wanna go in, get your short sprint intervals done. Doesn't have to be sprints at a track. You can do sprints on a bike, recumbent bike, even if it's a body weight circuit. Just do a lot of mountain climbers, jumping jacks, burpees, something designed to really get your heart rate up, boost your metabolism. All right, that's the type of cardio that's gonna give you your biggest bang for your buck, all right? So now that you have those, you've got your nutrition in order, you've got your cardio in order, sleep is very important. It's one of the most neglected things, all right? Especially for older guys. So make sure you're getting your 7 to 9 hours of really good sleep, good deep REM sleep. If you have trouble getting into that deep sleep, one of the things I recommend, especially for us older guys, is taking a ZMA supplement. Our bodies are very deficient in zinc and magnesium. You get that ZMA supplement, take it 30 minutes before bed. It's not gonna help you get to sleep. What it does is helps you, once you get to sleep, get into that deep sleep. So that's where all the growth hormone benefits, the testosterone benefits, all the good things start happening when you're in that deep sleep. Your body's gonna be repairing and replenishing and recovering. So that's the focus. So if you need help, find you a good ZMA supplement. All right, all that being said, now let's get into the actual exercises. The way this is set up, you're gonna be doing 6 exercises. It's designed to work your entire body. You can do 2 to 3 of these a week. Just make sure you have a day off in between. So every other day type of workouts. It's gonna be a full body exercise, full body workout that's gonna utilize compound lifts. You're gonna be getting tremendous hormone boosting benefits, metabolism boosting benefits. So all the benefits that us older guys need, all right? First thing we're gonna be starting with is a squat variation. I prefer doing a front squat utilizing dumbbells. That's the key to this. I also want you to realize you can do all of this at home using nothing but dumbbells. You don't have to go to a gym to get this workout done. So the first one, again, dumbbell front press, front squat. What you're gonna wanna do is keep the dumbbells up around your shoulder level, all right? Keep your elbows tucked into your body for support. Make sure your core is nice and tight and stable. Make sure your shoulders are pressed back. That's gonna help keep that chest out, shoulders back. It's gonna help create that extra support. Also, when you're going into your squat, make sure your feet are slightly wider than shoulder width, toes rotated slightly out, and make sure your knees are tracking in the same direction as your toes. You don't want your knees to cave in. That's really detrimental for your knees. And as an older person, that's the last thing you need. You want to prevent any type of injuries, all right? So the next thing you're going to do with your squat, once you're in your locked in position, you're going to want to make sure you're hinging at the hips. Sit back, get your butt back as far as possible before you actually start your descent. All right, you're going to go down as low as possible, and then you're going to stand back up, contracting your quads. All right, and you're going to want to do that under nice, slow, and controlled movement. Again, injury prevention is what we're going for. All right, after you do your squats, you're going to want to go into some unilateral work. Basically what unilateral work is, you're going to be working each side independently. You're going to use one dumbbell for this, all right? The main benefit of that is it's really going to emphasize your core as well. So as a dad, you want to make sure you've got a strong core. Not only are you losing fat when you're doing this, but you're wanting to make sure you have a nice looking and strong core to support your new physique. All right, so we're going to be utilizing unilateral bench press. So basically what you're going to do is lie down on a bench and keep your shoulders pinned back against that bench. Help pack in that shoulder for support and joint stability. All right, and you're going to cross the hand that doesn't have a dumbbell in it. You're going to cross it over your body for support. Then you're going to take the opposite hand with the dumbbell and go into a regular bench press. A nice stretch at the bottom. If at the bottom you have any shoulder issues, you feel too much shoulder, go ahead and rotate your hand in slightly. That's more of a neutral grip position. So basically your palm should be facing your body. All right, by doing that, it's going to help with some external rotation in that shoulder, and it's going to help create a little bit more space so you don't have any shoulder impingement issues. All right, so take nice, good range of motion, good stretch, good contraction at the top. All right, once you do that with your right side, you're going to switch hands and then do the exact same thing with your opposite side. So this is unilateral bench press utilizing dumbbells. From there, you're going to turn around and get an incline, all right? You want to do a chest supported row. So basically you want your chest to be pressed up against a support. And then you're going to do the same thing with one dumbbell. You're going to use one dumbbell at a time, one side at a time. Focus on pulling the weight back with your elbows. Basically just using your hand as a hook to hook the weight. You don't really want to clench the weight. You don't really want to pull the weight back with your biceps, okay? Just focus on mind-muscle connection here. Really eliminate the bicep as much as possible. Retract your shoulder blade and then bring your elbow back as far as possible. All right, and then you're going to go all the way into a nice deep stretch and then go back through that same motion again. All right, once you've done your right side, switch over to your left side, and then you're going to do the same thing for the left side. So again, one dumbbell at a time working unilaterally. All right, next exercise we're going to go into is a supinated grip dumbbell overhead press. So basically you want to do this seated. What you're going to be doing with the supinated grip is your palm is facing your face. This is a shoulder press being pressed overhead. All right, but keep the palm facing your face. All right, so you're going to start at the bottom with your elbow positioned close to your rib cage, and then you're going to extend the weight up as high as you can using nothing but your shoulder. All right, and then you're going to relax your grip slightly. Again, just using that mind-muscle connection. Make sure your delt, your shoulder, is doing all of the work, and try to eliminate all the accessory movements. All right, this is also a unilateral movement, so you're going to be doing one dumbbell at a time. After you've done one side, switch to the other side and do the same thing, another supinated grip, and do the exact same thing with the contraction and the stretch at the bottom. All right, after you've worked your shoulders, now you're going to go into your biceps. We're going to do a cross body bicep curl. Basically, all that means is you've got your dumbbell, you want to drag it as close to your body as possible, but you're going to bring it across your chest, all right? You don't want to rotate your arms out. You want it to be across your chest. And that's going to help emphasize the long head of the bicep, which is going to help create that illusion that your bicep is actually bigger than it is, all right? So your goal when you're doing these on the top portion of the lift is to really supinate your grip. It's rotating that wrist out as hard as possible at the top. Make sure your pinky is higher than your thumb. That's another way to look at it. All right, get a nice full stretch at the bottom. Bring it across your chest again, rotating every time at the top as hard as possible for that really peak contraction. You're gonna do your right side, switch, and then go to the opposite side, all right? Do the exact same thing. After we've worked biceps, we're getting into the last exercise. It's gonna be a incline dumbbell skull crusher. So you're gonna sit back at an incline bench. Make sure your lower back is pressed against that bench throughout the whole time, all right? A lot of people tend to arch their lower back when they're doing these. Basically, that's cheating the movement. It's shortening your range of motion. That's the last thing you want to do. You actually want to create a bigger range of motion. So typically what you do when you're sitting in the incline bench, you're going to want to extend your arms directly overhead and then slightly rotate the dumbbells back behind your head. By doing that, you're already going to be creating tension in your triceps. All right. Once you have that tension there, you maintain that tension. All right. So you're going to go from that position into a fully stretched position. Lower the dumbbells behind you as far as possible. And then under slow and controlled movement, contract back to the top. But the key point with this is when you're contracting only to that beginning movement where you were creating tension. You don't want to bring your elbows forward at all, which is going to take tension off of your triceps. All right, those are your 6 exercises. This is going to be a tremendous workout for you guys. You can do 2 to 3 sets depending on your beginning fitness and conditioning levels. All right, so do 8 to 12 reps of each of these. And again, you're going to get tremendous benefits. Also, guys, I've got a tremendous program out there that's going to utilize a lot of this stuff. It's my Ripped After 40 program. If you haven't tried it yet, there's a link in the description box that you can click on and check out that program. It's got a done-for-you carb-cycling plan. It's got the cardio that I'm mentioning to you, the anabolic cardio. It's got HIIT circuits, metabolic circuits, everything you need, guys, to get lean and ripped and get rid of your dad bod. Also, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe to the channel, share it with your buddies, share it with your family, whoever you think could benefit from this. But guys, other than that, that's all I got. Get busy, get after it, and God bless.